Their feathers are very loosely packed together. They stand between 4 and 6 feet tall and weigh between 30 to 50 pounds, so they're a bit smaller than an ostrich. So that's your rhea. Their color is a little bit different from the ostrich as well. You'll probably see more of these guys walking around this area. They're all over.
يا مرحبا يا مرحبا. اليوم طبعا هنشوف ان شاء الله الحيوانات. كان من اول مسموح الواحد يدخل بالسيارة حقه، دحين ما عادش مسموح، ضروري نمشي بالتراك حقه.
They can be up to 6.5 feet tall and weigh up to 2,400 pounds. You will see some baby bison in there. They're going to have like an orange color. So bison are orange for the first 6 months of their life. But some of the babies we had earlier this year, they're already changed color. So some of them will be brown and black. Just look around. And there'll be more bison here on the left. We also have the llamas on the right. They're all the way back by the fence there. The llama is from Peru in South America. It's related to camels. They're in the family camelids, and they are domesticated just like camels. Llamas are used to carry things.
طبعا هذول الأثوار
We
حقنا.
have more bison on the left.
هذول العدد صغار.
Some of the baby ones. That's it. You notice all the bison have
مش عارف إذا التصوير واضح ولا لا.
And also all the way back by the fence there, you'll see those elk. It's like a big deer all the way along the fence on the left. Roosevelt elk, they are from the Pacific Northwest, the largest elk species.
أهلا يا مهدي.
Right, you'll see a few more of them here. These are all female elks, so they don't have any antlers. Only the male elks have antlers. You're not going to see male elks there. So it's basically just a big deer.
بس ننتظر لما الزرافة تجي عندنا. لما نوصل عندها الزرافة طبعا تكون قريبة. ايش في يا ام كريم؟ ليش الوجه احمر هذا وليش
Animal here. We have the fallow deer. The fallow deer will be on the left side.
الزرافة عجيلة عندنا ما هي ضروري ان احنا نلمسها.
It's a type of deer, similar in size to
الفيلة الدببة.
white-tailed deer we have here in New Jersey, but they're from Europe.
هذا نعامة.
You'll notice they have little white spots.
نعامة صغيرة.
The fallow deer.
هذول الغزلان لونهن
Come
طبعا.
in a couple different colors, so you'll see some color
اللون
variation.
حقهن غير
Some of them
أبيض.
are a little lighter, some of them are darker. And we have a lot of fallow deer here in the safari. You'll see them in different sections. So some of them will be darker in color. You'll see them later. But there you go. That's the fallow deer. Again, all female, the male fallow deer. We do have antlers.
ام كريم مهدي عمل عضوية اعتقد، مش عارف بالضبط. طبعا انت اريا اللي يشترك معانا انه ضروري له جايزة. احسن حاجه اللي قنواتهم مفعله، حيسهلوا علينا الامر انه يعني الدعم يكون سهل. ايه الاليفنت كانوا صبح الا عند الفيل. الفيله.
So there's a zebra here on the right, but we also are going to see elephants on the left, and we'll see more zebras later. So let's start with the elephant. African elephant is
والله يا
the world's
السواق
largest
إنك كملنا
land animal.
فجايع، ما يعرف يسوق ولا شيء.
South Africa and West Africa.
علم الله منين عاد مدوا
Some of them
هذول
can be over flat. Male elephants tend to be somewhere between 3 and 4
أهلا يا
tons,
حسين،
between
كيف الحال؟
6,000 and 8,000 pounds.
ما
They're about
شاء
10 feet tall.
الله.
Elephants are a vulnerable species, so mainly due to poaching for their tusks, which are made of ivory, and also due to habitat loss, specifically habitat fragmentation. So there are pockets of elephants in different areas, right? But they don't connect and they don't breed with each other, and so that affects
هذول
the
الجالسات
wild
يلعبوا اللي هم
population.
بالماء.
Every day these guys will eat about 300 pounds of vegetation and 60 gallons of water. So they have a big impact on their environment. They'll actually knock down trees in the wild to eat the trees. So we call that a keystone species. They're very important. If they were to go extinct in the wild, or if their population gets too low, it'll have a big impact on the entire environment. Okay, so that's the African elephant.
هذول البط حقهم مع عمر، حيجين دحين يقطعين الطريق.
You guys see the geese everywhere, right? These are Canada geese. Canada geese are native here. They're migratory birds.
اهلا اهلا. ام عمر تحملي لي منهم ذي اللي ينزلوا بالعضويات واكتبي لي اسمائهم.
In a moment, they'll be on our right side. The buffaloes you're seeing are Asian water buffaloes. They're from India. And the Asian water buffalo is a domesticated animal, mainly used for its milk, but also used as a beast of burden. Okay, and nowadays you can find them all over the world, not just in India, but on 5 continents, where they are again domesticated and
هذول البقر.
used on farms.
بقرة.
This is your Asian water buffalo. And your zebras, these are Grant's zebras. The Grant's zebra is the smallest subspecies of zebra, so they're very small. If you go to some other zoos, you'll probably see different zebras, right? They'll have different patterns and they'll be a little bigger. There you go. You have some of the water buffaloes in the water down there. And then the rhinos, also here on the right. The southern white rhino is the largest rhino species in the world. Average size of about 5,000 pounds. They're found in South Africa. They are also a vulnerable species due to poaching. You also have your ostriches here. You see 2 colors. You see the one with the grayish brown, that's the female, she's walking. And then the other 3 are males. They have that black coloration. We got a real close view of this rhino. So you can see the horn there, that's what they're mainly poached for. The horn is made out of the same material as your fingernail, called keratin. And so it's not a true horn. Now the ostrich is the largest living bird. They're usually about 9 feet tall and they can weigh over 300 pounds. They're also the fastest animal on 2 legs. They can run over 45 miles an hour. And they have the largest eyes of any land animal. Their eyes are actually larger than their own brain. And so with those big eyes, they have excellent eyesight, they're very tall, and they're very fast. It makes it very hard for predators to hunt them when they are fully grown. However, when
فين الزرافة؟ عايزين الزرافة. الزرافة هي الحيوان الوحيد اللي يعني
So we call this in the wild
بيجي
plains.
لعندنا.
And you'll see 4 female ostriches here and 1 male and 2 babies. Ostriches in the wild, they usually will mate. The male will mate with between 2 and 7 females at a time. All those females will lay their eggs in a common nest. There will be one dominant female who will sit on the nest along with the male ostrich. And she will actually push out the eggs from the other ostriches so that hers get priority and so they're more likely to hatch. Okay. So we have 4 females here, 1 male. He's going to be on our left side and he kind of watches the babies. So you see him there and his 2 children. They get a little bit of space now because they're a little older. They are about 4 months old. All right. And look how big they are after just 4 months. So they grow extremely quickly.
هذا نعامة عمرها 4 شهور.
When they're little, they are very defensive.
صغيرة هذا.
So they're very vulnerable to predators.
4 شهور عمرها.
Size between 12 to 18
4
months
months
after hatching. So that's after 4 months. You see how big they are. And one's a little smaller than the other one. There you go. That's your ostrich babies. Cool. And we'll see a couple antelopes here. So you'll see some water bucks like this one here on your left. The water buck is found in Southeast Africa around bodies of water. Very easy to identify by the white circle on its butt. Okay. We also have 2 black bucks here. They're on the right side over by these 2 water bucks. The black bucks are the little ones. We'll see more black bucks later. So I'm going to ignore them for now. But that's a black buck.
هذا مش عارف ايش غزال مش غزال.
Oryx. No, they usually have horns.
ضب.
We'll see the regular ones later. That one doesn't have its horns. It broke off. You have the white bearded gnu, the blue wildebeest. There's 4 of them over there. The larger of the 2 wildebeest species, they're found in South Africa. That's crocodile food, basically. There's a peacock on your left. You have some fallow deers. You have the
إذا التصوير مش واضح
here on the right. Those orange
كلموني وأنا
ones with white
أقفل
stripes.
وافتح مرة
That's the
ثانية.
world's largest forest antelope. It can weigh just shy of 900 pounds. Found in forests in West and Central Africa. It's one of the largest antelopes you'll see today. Okay. And then the Bisa oryx is a member of the oryx family. There are 4 members in the oryx family: the Arabian oryx, the scimitar oryx, the Bisa oryx, and the Gedspot. They are desert antelopes, right? They live in deserts. The Bisas from East Africa. The amazing thing about oryxes is their ability to survive without drinking water. They will go months in the wild without drinking water, and they're perfectly fine. Okay, they get most of their water from the plants they eat, and they conserve their body water extremely well. All right, so their cousins are right over here. The scimitar oryx. So that's the Bisa oryx, that's the scimitar oryx, the white one. The scimitar oryx is from the western part of the Sahara Desert, northwest Africa, right? And you have some giraffes here too.
الزرافة
I'm sure we'll see more
مغلقين
giraffes.
عليها.
The scimitar oryx actually went extinct in the wild 25 years ago. Now, 9 years ago, they were reintroduced to the wild, so they actually have a small wild population, a few hundred animals, but they are considered critically endangered. This is one of our babies from last year, okay? So we had 7 babies last year. We had a couple this year as well. It's really nice to see scimitar oryx babies. They're real cool. There you go.
الصوت حق هنا فوقها مزعج قوي. الزرافات بالجهة الثانية، احنا نمشي لعندهن، احاول اقربهن.
Alright, we'll see the addax next. The addax is also known as the white antelope. It's white in the summer, in the winter it turns to grayish. They turn black as they age. So you see some of them are darker, some of them are lighter. They turn black from their face going down their body. Alright, we'll see more out here. Got more addaxes here on both sides. The black wildebeest or the white-tailed gnu, the smaller of the two wildebeest species. And then we'll see a few more ostriches. We'll see the aoudad or the Barbary sheep. We'll see the sable antelope. Alright. So over on your left side, you got some more black bucks there. Okay. You should see a few darker ones in here. They're a little older. More ostriches. You got aoudads along the fence. Again, also called Barbary sheep or oudads. We'll talk about them in a second. We have our sable antelopes. These black ones down here, bigger ones. They have these big curved horns. Those guys are known to fight off predators such as lions, okay, and be successful. So when they're attacked, they'll turn around, they'll fight the animal that's trying to eat them. They don't just run away. So they're kind of cool. Sable antelope, actually related to the addax and the oryx, believe it or not. Loosely related. We'll get to see these aoudads a little closer. So it's getting a little bumpy here.
العفو منكم ما لقراش الكومنت، انا بنفسي جالس اشوف
The aoudad is from Morocco, so northwest Africa.
الحيوانات.
Okay. There's between 5,000 to 10,000 of them in the wild from the Atlas Mountains. It's like a mountain goat. So they are endangered. But here in the United States, especially in Texas, you can find them where they are invasive. There's about 75,000 of them in Texas. So there's actually more of the endangered animal I know of that you can legally, obviously not go, but here in the U.S., aoudad hunting is a thing. So there you go. We have lions too. Lions, they're one of the largest cats in the world. They can weigh over 500 pounds. They're the only member of the big cats that's truly social. Most big solitary animals. Lions form groups we call a pride. Pride can have males and females. Here you're going to see both males and females, but the males do not have manes because they are, sometimes as they age, they'll lose their mane. Okay. Female lions usually do most of the hunting.
استعمل الاسود هنا ما شاء الله كذا.
Female lions are really good hunters. Okay?
Wow.
They're successful about a quarter of the time, and they hunt some very large animals, right? Things as big as buffaloes, large antelopes, even sometimes they go after giraffes. So that's very dangerous. And they have to hunt large animals because they have to feed the entire pride, and each lion is capable of eating up to 70 pounds of meat in one sitting. They eat a lot. That makes them terrible pets. Do not get a pet lion. They're very expensive to feed, and you don't want your lion skipping meals because they just eat you, and that's not fun. Stick to the small cats; they're a lot easier. We also have some male lions that do have manes. If you look to your left, all the way out there in that enclosure, they are right there. And we'll also get to see the black bear in a moment. So this is a North American animal. It's found all over North America. It's native to every state in the United States except for Hawaii. It's extirpated from 8 states, which means locally extinct. So there are 41 out of 50 states that have black bears still in the wild. It's the only animal we have in the safari that pretty much no matter where you live in the United States, you can see them.
هذول الدببة.
Fishing. So there you go. There's your black bears. They're usually black. That's why they're called black bears. I know this is crazy stuff, but sometimes they do come in different colors.
هذول الدببة سود بس أعتقد مش ظاهرات.
So that can be a little confusing.
مش واضحات.
They're called black bears. Most of them are black. These guys are omnivores. They eat both plants and animals. They're really not picky eaters. They'll eat almost anything. Kind of like children. You know, if it fits in their mouth, they're going to eat it. They're talking small children here. And then they turn 7 and decide that they don't like grilled cheese anymore. There's more black bears over here. These guys are excellent climbers, excellent swimmers. That's gross. Usually weigh between 200 and 400 pounds. They can get up to 600 pounds. Usually not any bigger than that. All right, so they're a medium-sized bear. There's 2 babies that are over here with their mom, but you probably won't be able to see them. They're inside.
أم كريم غيرتي الصورة حق القنا. الآن ركزتوا. فين الزرافة؟ ما فيش ولا دب قريب، كلين بعيد. الحيوانات فين؟ الحيوانات عايجين الآن. الحيوانات متخبيات. طبعا الدبابة والهذا الآن وقت الظهر، الشمس نحط أكثرهن جالسات في الظل. بعض أحيان التلفون يطلع، بعض أحيان ما يطلع.
So in this next section, we'll probably get some giraffes. Get the common eland, the red lechwe. Probably see a few more fallow deer and a few more black bucks. So we'll see what we see first. I think giraffe probably. Yeah, giraffe. So giraffe and common eland. Common eland are those large antelopes back there. They can get up to 2,000 pounds. The second largest antelope in the world, right after the greater eland. It's the largest antelope we have here. The giraffe. Yeah.
جاء وقت الزرافة
It's the
الآن.
tallest animal in the world. 15 to 18 feet tall on average, sometimes up to 20. As you can see, despite their long necks, they don't reach the ground unless they spread their front legs like that.
هذه زرافة صغيرة.
These are reticulated giraffes. That's one of the 7 subspecies. They're found in Kenya and East Africa.
يعني وقف بالمكان الغلط.
And,
لا شفنا اللي في اليمين ولا شفنا اللي في اليسار.
Now, giraffes are endangered. A lot of people don't know that. They're undergoing what we call a silent extinction. They've lost about half their wild population in the
هذه
last
زرافة صغيرة.
3 decades. And so there's less than 100,000 wild giraffes across all 7 subspecies. More black bucks out there. More giraffe. Obviously, giraffes have very good defense against predators. Being so tall, it's hard for predators to reach vital areas on the giraffe. Also, they can kick their legs 360 degrees around their body with enough force to kill you. So, or a lion. Lions too. So, yeah, they're really good at that.
زرافة صغيرة.
Red lechwe, that's that antelope over there. And from the southern part of Africa, you usually find them around swamps and marshes. This is the Shrek of the safari, the red lechwe. Most of the common eland you're seeing are probably about 1,000 pounds. The females tend to be around 1,000. Males are usually around 1,500, and then the really big ones get up to 2,000. They're all over the southern part of Africa. Okay, we'll see brown bears next. We have the European brown bear here, from Europe. Used to be found all over Europe nowadays, mostly in northeastern Europe and northwestern Asia. Russia, basically, is where most of them live. Brown bears are very closely related. So all the brown bears, North American, European, Syrian, Atlas, which is extinct, Mexican grizzly bear, also extinct, but they're all closely related. Okay, so we'll see. They come in different shades of brown, all the way from a blonde to a dark brown, everything in between, reddish brown, right? And they can get a lot bigger than the black bear. Right? Brown bears, if they have access to a lot of good nutrient-dense food, can be over 8 feet tall and 1,400 pounds. Right? So really big. They eat plants and animals. Right? They're very fast. They can run over 30 miles an hour. Climb trees. They can do all the stuff the black bear can do. Now you're gonna see two bears here, a mom and her son. They're gonna be on the left side. Mom is to the left, son is to the right, so he's closer to us.
Okay.
He's a little bigger than his mom, I'd say. I mean, he's about 2.5 years old.
Wow.
Okay, so brown bears will stay with their moms up to 5 years after they're born. So even when they're big, they still stay with mom. An easy way to tell a brown bear apart from a black bear is by their upper back. Okay, brown bears have a hump on their upper back. If you follow their front legs up to their back, you'll see a little hump. The black bear doesn't have that. Their head is also a different shape, and also generally they'll be. They can smell things up to 20 miles away if conditions are just right.
الدب هذا لو يجي دحين لعندنا ايش نعمل له؟ والله نقدر نعمل فيه حاجة.
A bear, you know, it's basically just like a big dog, okay? Very similar to dogs. And this is not a dog that you want to pet, okay? You don't want to touch this one. You can pet brown bears, but you can only do it once. Make sure it counts. You know, make it count. A lot of people think bears are like really aggressive animals and they're out to eat you. It's not really the case. For the most part, they're just really curious. So a lot of the times when bears attack people, they're not trying to eat them. They're just trying to figure out if they can eat them. You know, this is a little bit different. And these two bears on your left are also related. You got mom and her baby, who's about 18 months old.
بيبي دبدوب فيه منهن صغار وفي منهن كبار. المكان حلو، بس عندما كان واحد يدخل بالسيارة حقه، كان من أول مسموح لنا إن إحنا ندخل بالسيارات حقنا. كان الواحد ياخذ وقت كم ما يمشي يعني. إذا في مثل هكذا حيوانات قريبات يقدر واحد يصور ينتظر. بعض الأحيان الزرافة واحد يقدر يدي لها أكل، بس الحين منعوا.
About 50 different species of birds, 12 different turtles. We'll get like a raccoon back here. Usually you don't see too much though. We're just kind of go through here. We'll get to our next section, which will be Australia. See the emu and the kangaroo.
أيوة منورين كل الحضور، اسمه شخص.
See the little guy? He's laying down.
هذول الكنغر
resting on the other kangaroo. Oh, he just lifted his head. See the little guy?
معاها واحد بيبي صغير.
You do have some emus to the right, and we'll also start to see some more kangaroos to the right. And we might get to see one of the kangaroos here. She's got a baby in her pouch, and she was laying down, and his feet were sticking out. It was real cute. So we might get to see that. But we'll look. You've got some other little ones on here too. A little bit bigger than the other one, but still pretty small. All right. Look at this one laying on her back. You see the legs sticking out of her pouch? See? So she got a pretty big baby in there. It's just got his legs poking out. And because kangaroos have that pouch, it means they can also pause their pregnancy. So if they get pregnant, they can only have 2 babies in the pouch. So they can pause their pregnancy until they're ready. They can actually pause it for up to 11 months. The only animal I know of that can do that. Pretty cool. Four of them are extinct, but the other 5, they're all either endangered or critically endangered, including the Bengal tiger. They're from India, a couple surrounding nations.
هذا الجناح حق النمور. خلينا نشوف إذا في نمر قريب ولا لا.
Used to be over 100,000 of these in the wild. Nowadays, closer to 3,000 or 4,000. She is a golden tabby. Look at her color. Very weird. Bengal tigers are the only tiger to get different colors like that. But if you ever seen a white one, it was a Bengal tiger. Most of them are orange with black stripes. Let's have our Siberian tigers here, the largest cats in the world. Some of them can get so they're siblings. They were born 3 years ago in the same litter.
الصوت حق السيارة هذا مزعج.
Whole lives, so they're actually
مش عارف
bonded.
كيف الصوت عندكم.
It's a lot easier for tigers to bond under human care. They have all their needs provided for them. In the wild, it's a little harder, but it does happen sometimes. And these guys are really good at hunting. That's like their thing, right? Apex predators. They will hunt in the water, and they're actually excellent swimmers. They can swim for miles at a time. Just like your cat, your little house cat, they'll also eat birds. But they do it a little differently. They will jump and grab birds out of the sky. They can jump about 15 feet vertically. So that's always cool to watch. And you have a few tigers on your left there. There should be two. There's one, and she has a sister. And this one on the right. And their main source of food is deer. Deer cannot see the color orange. And funny thing about tigers, they're mostly orange. So. More owdads. Look up in the rocks here on the right. You see the owdads up in the rocks. Very cool. And then on the left you have more of the black bucks. And these are mostly females, but the ones with the horns are males. They're just young, so they're still with the girls for now. And this is one of the fastest antelopes I didn't mention earlier, but they could run over 50 miles an hour. Monkeys now. Let's see a few more black bucks. We might see another eel guy or two. And then we'll see the monkeys, and then we'll see the yak. The monkeys we have are olive baboons. One of the larger types of baboons. The average size is about 50 pounds. They're from 25 different countries in West, Central, and East Africa. They are social. They form groups called a troop. A troop of baboons can have up to 150 monkeys in it. One of the ways they'll socialize is by sharing food, which food for them can be both plants and animals. They are omnivores. And they will also clean each other. So we'll see them grooming each other. That's always really cool to watch. So we might get to see that, we might not. Up here to your left, up on the platform, you got some monkeys up there. And then you have some down in the grass as well. There you go. They're called olive baboons because they have like an olive color, right? And I know I said their average size is about 50 pounds, but you will see a big range. Some of them are really small. It would be like 20 or 30 pounds, and then some of them can be up to 100.
طبعا اللي يستخدموا حقهم السيارات علشان الناس من اول عندما كنا ندخل بالسيارة حقنا يعني كان يبقى زحمة، كان يبقى ترافيك، بس هكذا ما حد يقدر يتحكم، هم يمشوا بسرعة وخلاص.
From Mongolia, Central Asia, it's basically a hairy cow. The yak is domesticated, all right, and it is used as a beast of burden. We got 4 yaks there. The last yak is going to be over here. Usually they're all sitting together, but I don't know if they got in a fight or something, so she's by herself. I don't know, but they're usually together. Anyways, you'll see one more yak, and then we'll get out of here. And while you guys look at the yak, I'll tell you about some of the animals we have back at base camp. We have our reptile house. It has snakes and lizards in it. We have behind the reptile house a couple animals. The turtles aren't out today, but you can see the goats, the pig, the tabby maybe. Usually have a parrot. We have the table with the bones on it. We have barn owls, great horned owl, American kestrel, and a laughing kookaburra. Those are all the animals we have at base camp, so make sure to check those out before you can check out Safari Outfitters as well. That's our gift shop. One of the things we sell there is the Save an Icon pin. It's a $5 little pin. You can get it at the counter. When you buy one, we donate the money to the Wildlife Conservation Network. So it goes to help some of these endangered animals in the wild. We also have base camp bites and food there. Sometimes we have face painting, restrooms, and guest services. All of that's over at base camp. Everything has base signs on top of it, so you'll see it all. And I'll show you guys where the exit is, so you don't get lost, because there's only one way for you to exit from this parking lot. I'll show you where the shuttle stop is as well.
يعني من الآخر ضحكوا علينا نص ساعة ما لقيناش نوصل الحيوانات، أكثرين كانن جالسات في الظل.
So the shuttle stop is on your left. It's the big blue sign. It says shuttle bus stop. If your car is parked in this parking lot to our right, there is one way for you to exit. I'm going to show you. It's right up here on the left. You go down this road, it takes you to the theme park parking lot. Okay? And then you go where you need to go from there. But it's the only way to exit this parking lot. If you're parked out there already, don't worry about it. You're good. Before we get back to the station, I go over the most common things that I find on the truck.
والله ضحكوا علينا. دحين نسينا نعمل الألعاب. يعني أنا جاية 3 ساعات سفر علشان أنا متعود دائما نجي لهنا ندخل بالسيارة وننتظر ونصور، يعني واحد يأخذ راحته يأخذ وقته. بالأخير يعني وصلنا لهنا قالوا ما عبيش سيارات، يعني ما بلا بحقهم السيارة هذه القديمة.
Make sure to take
3 ساعات بالأخير شفنا الزرافة والدب. النمور كانين بعيد، الأسود نفس الكلام كانين بعيد، السلاحف والثعابين والهذه ما شفناش ولا حاجة، يعني أكثر الحيوانات ما كانش موجودات. يلا مش مشكلة، نكبر ونأخذ غيرها، أو نكبر ونتعلم. يصير دحين يشوف الألعاب، بس ينزلونها من ظهر الحمار هذا اللي احنا راكبين فوقه، بس الازعاج بدون فايدة، صوته مزعج. عاد الناس ماسكين لاينات، اكيد يعني هيوقع لهم نفس المقلب اللي بيقع لنا، هيمشيهم سريع سريع. اللي يطلع من حظه انه في حيوانات قريبة هيشوفن، واللي يطلع من حظه انه ما فيش حيوانات قريبة يعني هيتعب القش.
هذا الشهر قد حصلنا مقلب، كم مقلب؟ اثنين مقلبين. الحديقة الأولى صرنا ما فيهاش حيوانات، وهذا الحديقة نفس الكلام، في حد بس ما فيش الوقت إنه واحد يجلس يصور يشوف. يلا نبطل الحيوانات نشوف حاجة ثواني. Stop sign. Exit. ايش رايكم نشوف الالعاب؟ هذا يشتي. شفنا مكان نوقف فيه وننزل.
مش عادي، المخالفات مش مشكلة، يدفع وخلاص انتهى الموضوع. هذول الزعم الناس كلهم معهم مخالفات. كم فيه المخالفات داخل المدن، بس خارج المدن هكذا غالبا ما حد يحصل مخالفات. بس نشوف ايش اللي بيصيحوا ايش في معاهم. أهم حاجة بعدين أن نذكر بين وقفتوا السيارة، لأنه الموقف كبير.
Go now like that, go now like that. Dude,
Two babies. طبعا هذا من أكبر الملاهي والحدائق بنفس الوقت. اشتري تيكت. One minute. اني اشتري لي تيكت. Hello. Can I get one ticket please? Huh? I don't know what you said. Oh. No. Okay, thank you. تذاكر ما بلا واحد يشتريهن اونلاين. انا اشتريته حق الحيوانات، ما اشتريتوش حق الالعاب. So واحد يشتري التذاكر قبل ما يجي من الانترنت. شمال يمين، يمين شمال. كان اشترينا نجرب هذا اللعبة بس يوم ثاني. شكرا لكم، العفو منكم يعني طولنا عليكم، ما استفدتم شي حاجة. كان نفس الشيء وقال لي شيء يعني واحد يقدر يشوف الحيوانات يعني بشكل أوضح أو أقرب. بس إن شاء الله معوضين مرة ثانية نشوف مكان ثاني ونصير نصور هناك. يلا مع السلامة، نشوفكم مرة ثانية إن شاء الله.